Today, we will talk about how to fix a sagging floor. Let's have a look at the details. Is the lower floor in your house starting to sag? Houses naturally settle over time, but luckily, they can be leveled. This simple guide will give you an overview of how to level your house, plus safety tips and tool recommendations. Keep in mind, though, that this may not be a D project, unless you have structural engineering and construction experience. If not, you're better off hiring out this job. It's a big one. Have a qualified structural engineer inspect your home. A structural engineer can determine if it needs to be leveled, how soon it should be done, and the best method for doing so. They can also explain what's causing the floors to sink and whether extra repairs might be needed once the leveling is complete. In some cases, they might be able to estimate the cost and time it might take to complete the leveling. Buy or rent a hydraulic bottle jack from a hardware store. You'll use this jack to raise the part of your floor that's sunken. Be sure to rent a 20-ton jack or larger, since smaller jacks can't support the weight of a house. Use a laser level tool to determine how much to raise the floor. Measure the distance from the laser beam to the bottom of the floor joists, repeating this process in several locations until you find the lowest point the house has sunken to. Mark the lowest point on the lowest floor of your home. Place wood planks or cinder blocks under the lowest point. Find a support beam directly under the lowest point, or as close to that point as possible. Then place the blocks under a floor beam, stacking enough so that the jack can sit on top of them. Press the jack lever down repeatedly to jack up the house. Keep jacking up the house until the height where you are jacking equals the height of the next lowest point in the floor above. Then use a tape measure to measure the distance between the second lowest point and the ground below. Cut another post to fit snugly under the second lowest point. This will be a temporary post. Release the jack to allow the house to settle back down, supported by the temporary post. Don't continue if you see any serious damage. If you spot problems like these, have a structural engineer assess the situation. You may need to hire professionals to finish the job. Put another temporary post where the jack was located. Measure the new distance between the support beam and the ground below. Repeat this process with each area of the floor that's sunken. Each time you raise the house, you'll need to cut new temporary posts to support the floor. Measure and cut your posts so that they fit snugly between a support beam above and the ground below. When the floor is fully level, add permanent posts. These permanent posts can be made of cinder blocks or wood and will support the floor at its new height. You can leave some of the temporary posts in place, as long as they aren't too short to support the floor. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you like our videos.